Hope y'all doing good, right? Hope y'all doing well. Look, this is one of those. Okay, wait. Let me clarify real quick. I don't know whether it's a debate sort of content piece that we're looking at over here, but you know, it's one of those, yeah, 9-to-5ers versus, you know, business guy, entrepreneur, whatever the case, right? Right here we have Brez, who's confronted by some 9-to-5 workers. You know what I'm saying? On being a online millionaire. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's why I begun this intro by saying I'm not too sure if it's a debate or just a, you know, just a discussion, people just trying to understand each other's point of view, you know what I'm saying, from the other extreme. Because I feel like it's like, you know, being a boss or running something versus being somebody who works for the boss. I feel like it's two extremes of the same coin though, because it's all mind, right? It's all in the mind. It's just that in your mind, do you classify yourself as the subordinate or the superior? You know what I'm saying? And then the mind has to work in different sort of extremes, you know what I'm saying? But it's a mind. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is all it takes for you to just like distinguish the difference between those two things, right? And so beyond that, I feel like yeah, that might just be one moment from this video. Y'all know I only go off of the thumbnail and just the title. I don't pre-watch these. I don't do that. But yeah, let's see what Brez's channel brings us today, right? Virtualism. Let's do it. She shines when she go low. Used to these BBs on my team. Alright y'all, still kicking it with Brez Skills. Damn, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully I'm not mute. Oh shit, let me do this. 95 workers confront an online millionaire. But I ain't gonna lie, this is a W idea for, you know what I'm saying, this kind of content creator. For you to get, like, you know what I mean, a bunch of 9-to-5 workers, especially knowing that you've reached millionaire status with your online work, you know what I'm saying, and trajectory and all that. Yeah, just, you know, invite a bunch of 9-to-5ers, bro. Why not? Wages, bunch of wages. Come tell me how you feel about the whole concept of you know, making money online, you know what I'm saying, and all that. I don't know. Oh snap. Okay, cool. Where we at now, Brez?
It's impossible to have freedom with a normal job.
Freedom with a normal job.
Hi, my name.
It's impossible to have freedom with a normal job. Nah, since I myself am still a wagey, right, and not a normal jobber, I feel like I've gotten to a point where, okay, what kind of freedom are we talking about, right? It's the kind of freedom where it's like that whole delayed gratification thing that I told you about, right? I don't feel like it has to get to a point where we necessarily need to see it as you taking away everything that gives you pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Do maintain some things that are joyful to you. That's why people end up, you know, monetizing their gaming hobbies. You know what I'm saying? Gaming to a point where they see where they can monetize the thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though it happens at the backdrop of them having a job, a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? But they delay their gratification in terms of having the freedom of gaming all day. You know what I'm saying? It has to be strategic. I feel like once it gets to a point where it's strategic, you put certain, I don't know, you put certain routines in place so that your hobby of you maybe getting to the game maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes before, you know, calling it a night, so that you can prepare for the next day for the job or whatever. Putting those in place so that you know, the monetization, the possibility of monetization of you monetizing your gaming, so that you can game all day if you wish to. You understand what I'm saying? When we're talking about that, I feel like you build your freedom. So a job is not, you know what I'm saying, you build freedom, bro, because we're talking about whatever we want to do. We're talking about whatever we want to do, right? I believe that's what people mean when they're like, yo, the freedom that the job takes away. It's whatever you want to do. But think about whatever it is you want to do, bro. Can it make you money? More often than not, no, bro. Whatever it is that you want to do, probably, you know, there's no money that you can make from it, right? get whatever it is that you're willing to do, but that's monetizable, dog. You know, so that you can open up that time so that you can get to whatever it is that you want to do. Since you have something that can like run on its own, I'm talking about if you can like create something that can passively run on its own, then you can open up time for you to do whatever it is you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So you build freedom, bro. Like, the job is not there to take away your freedom. It's there to put you in a position where you can build something that can give you the freedom that you're looking for, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like doing the necessary thing to eat and survive while you're trying to get to what you gotta get to.
Is Preeti. So I guess my question is, I think for a lot of young people, they're kind of sold this fantasy about entrepreneurship, and maybe people are marketing like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, this lifestyle of, oh, you become an entrepreneur, you'll become super wealthy. But the reality is maybe like 1%, maybe the top 0.1%.
Do you know why? The other 99% of people give up too quick.
Well, I'll tell you the alternative. The alternative is, I think people should be taught like really build skills, like valuable skills.
That's literally all I preach.
But before you go into entrepreneurship, you could go into a job and learn skills. Like,
jobs don't teach skills the same way hands-on learning does. I've learned way more in my experience just sitting there cold calling businesses and failing over and over and over than I ever would at any sort of job, internship, anything. I totally agree with you in your point of learning.
Nah, but let's take something seriously, right? Let me just point out something, dog. Like, you talking about a job that has to teach you skills. What about school? Let me cook, let me finish. Yes, I know school is not about nothing. It doesn't teach anything. But for me, I've even shared this some time ago as well. The fact that, yo, if you don't learn anything from school, learn people skills, right? Learn how to communicate with people. And once you learn how to communicate with people, meaning, you know, you should have taken the interactions that you had at school seriously, right? Things like making friends, things like resolving conflicts when somebody comes to you, like physically, you know what I'm saying? Things like making a girlfriend, things like, you know what I mean, being diplomatic whenever you address maybe a classroom of people. These were the soft skills that people needed, that people actually need to apply right now, even when we're talking about being an entrepreneur. I feel like for the most part, school taught that. Yes, maybe the syllabus, the details within whatever school syllabus that the school was providing, it's like, it's nothing but memory retention so you can pass an exam. But beyond that, bro, school was social skills. Facts. School is social skills. You know what I'm saying? Y'all having these little debates like about whatever movie was playing last night, or like whatever new song has dropped. These are the skills, like being able to just engage in that. And you know, with Brez, I kind of disagree with Brez as well, because even with the jobs you can get that kind of stuff, right? You go to your job, it's nothing but you're there, you only applied for the job for payday. Let's be real, let's be factual, especially 2026 moving forward. People that claim they want a job, you know what I'm saying? Okay, fuck, like it's kind of an unreal thing for me. Like, it's unreal. It's kind of not real, the fact that there may be people that, you know, are in passion 9 to 5s. Like, I never get that concept, you know what I'm saying? You know, for the fact that you call it a 9 to 5, like, well, how is it a passion? It's nothing but it's nothing but its function is beneficial for payday only, right? And so therefore, okay, you get those kind of individuals, but I'm literally there for payday, right? It is what it is. But then there are certain things, dog, there are certain social skills that you can grab from that. And this is the whole concept of maybe somebody going out there to get, you know, like in the vast world that is the online universe, bruh, get details of what you can master so that you can monetize something, like develop a skill. But it's so vast, bro. Like, you literally need somebody like a Brez that will package a course for you and be like, yo, you didn't have to go and type out all these details, make all these searches. I have this package for you for $4,000, and then, you know what I'm saying, you'll be straight. It's like you saying, nah, I'm gonna learn from the vastness of this online universe. That's aka you having learned from the vast reality that was just like your dull everyday school routine life. You know what I'm saying? If you turned out to be a decent human being in that life, bro, you can like, you know what I'm saying? You can be an entrepreneur, bro, because it's nothing but dealing with people. You deal with human beings, bro. You know what I mean? So what are these skills that people are just like, you know, going on about? Building things? You could get that online. You could get that by connecting with some friends too. Go make friends. Sometimes it's not even as deep as, yo, I gotta make these millions, yo, start this, but bro, go get friends. And just by connecting with some people that have a bunch of skills, and just being at the right place at the right time within those friends, maybe serving those friends, maybe holding their bags, like whatever the case, then you know what I'm saying, you're invested in something that can help you live. Like, what are we talking about?
Learn a valuable
It's all
skill,
people skills,
because that's
bro.
what entrepreneurship
Right.
is. Learn a skill that's valuable and provide that skill to people with money who can afford to pay for your skill. That's
Yeah.
literally what it is, right?
But right, also in terms of the freedom, like say you learn a skill, like you go into the tech industry, like people are saying, oh, drop out of school, just do online. But if you go to a good college, like I went to a good college, I had like a traditional South Asian background, went to a good college,
Yeah.
you get a job in like say the tech field. These companies have millions and multi-millions of dollars in revenue, so they can give you a high-paying job where you have far less stress than entrepreneurship. You're gaining skills like whether it's coding, whether it's UX design, whether it's AI engineering, you're
Yeah.
gaining skills in that, and then you can keep advancing. You can get to 500K, 600K, you get bonuses, and
Coding,
it's
I mean-
nine to
But then what about that? What if that gets like redundant, right? Like the moment at which that stuff gets redundant, and you wanna change course, and you wanna just, you know what I'm saying, learn new stuff. Like, you know, mastering that stuff is cool, but I'm talking about like having an open mind to where you don't depend on like just a skill, right? You can depend on your ability to learn. You know what I mean? Depend on your ability to learn new skills. Because like being like, yo, but you know, you have skills, we gotta have skills. No, we gotta be able to be people that learn. That's a fact. Learn. Be able to learn. Because once you can learn from somebody else, like you can you know, you can adapt to some stuff. You know, you can learn how to adapt to some stuff, how the next person is adapting, and you know, survive that way. Like learn.
5. So if people
And I'm not saying like mastering a skill is invaluable, but your openness, like that's my emphasis, your openness to like new skills. You know what I mean? Instead of like holding on to, oh, I don't even have a skill that I've mastered. Well, are you able to learn? Like that, you could be at any position to learn anything of, you know, whatever that your environment can provide you, and you can like start there, and literally, you know, you can climb your way out just with that mindset.
and then later on, like once you gain like a lot of skills, say AI engineering, coding, tech, when you're 35, 40, like, you know, you earned all this money through a job, maybe you pursue entrepreneurship, maybe you decide a job is easier, but that's just a way easier path. But people are not told that. Like I have friends who work at Instagram, for instance, like he gets paid 500K a year, he works like 3 hours a day because all the responsibility, like
What does he do for his job?
so he's in software engineering at
Probably going to
Instagram.
get replaced by AI in the next 5 years.
Right. Well, there's also AI engineering. Anything can be replaced by AI. But what I'm just saying is, like, right now, I feel like when you go on Instagram, you go on social media, everyone is sold this fantasy of like, oh, just buy this branding course, buy this course, become a multimillionaire.
It's
the
not.
reality
Of course
is, like,
it's not.
making money is hard.
It
And
is.
that's not what...
It is.
And that's what I
supposed
was
to be.
just telling. I don't remember who it
Yeah.
was.
I
think
was
that's
telling,
the
but for
point.
the first couple of years of my life, getting into entrepreneurship, I never
Right.
made $1, and I will
Right.
never.
Yo, I'm so serious. I think that's the whole point, right? That's what people need to understand, is that, yo, making money is hard. That's it. Yes, there is doing what you want to do, right? Like I feel like this distinction got to be understood. There is doing what you want to do. But there's also making money. And that shit is hard. So you know what I'm saying? Getting into like, yo, I want to make money, I want to feed myself, I want to, you know, build legacy for myself, blah blah, for my family, but not having the element of being willing to work hard. I don't think you know what you want, bruh. It's always hard work to like make money. And in this world, especially if you're an adult, like the older we grow, you need to make money. You know what I mean? It's just fortunate of those that can align whatever they want to do with making money. So monetizing what you want to do, right?
Or tell people that it's going to be easy. I will tell them the formula is easy. Simply figure out what you need to do, and you know what you need to do, and you just do those things. The journey is not going to be easy. So again, the formula is easy, the journey is not.
But I think social media sells this fantasy of like people having these Lambos, Ferraris, mansions, and then they're like, oh, just buy this course, build this online business, and you'll be a multi-millionaire driving out a Lambo. Even with entrepreneurship, it's not for everyone. You have to have a very high nervous system capacity, like you said, being able to handle rejection, being able to handle uncertainty, being able to handle failure. Like maybe 0.01% is able to have that unique skill set to do it. So it's not freedom. It's not freedom for most people. Most people like can build skills to get like a high-paying job.
I would disagree with you on that
that's way easier
because those
to do.
skills can be learned elsewhere too, with just hands-on failure.
Yeah.
Right, but in this say they have freedom because if you have like a 200, 300, 400K
But not
job,
everyone can do that. And to get a job like that, you pay for the biggest course of them all, college. How much do you spend to go to college to get a tech degree?
But
that's a course, am I right or wrong?
It is.
But it's a more predictable path to earning a lot of money. Entrepreneurship
not really.
is
It's only predictable because it's only predictable because it's been proven by so many other people, and courses have too. Because if you look at the people who have simply just done the shit they need to do inside of those courses and have stuck to the journey long enough, they get results. But the problem is a lot of people aren't willing to hold themselves accountable enough to stay there long enough and do the shit they know they need to do and get that result.
Not everyone has there's more people who have the ability to get a high-paying job and perform well in that than have the nervous system capacity to be a successful entrepreneur.
Then you're simply just a pussy at that point. Like if you're not willing to just work hard.
Right.
Again, the formula is simple. You know what you need to do. It's just a matter of the journey being hard, and you just have to stick with it long enough. Yeah. College is only a proven path more because so many more people have done it because it's become such a norm. If they want to be normal and just trade their time for money, that's fine.
Still a lot more money than a lot of entrepreneurs make. How many entrepreneurs make 500K plus after revenue in profit?
I guess it depends. I sure as hell do. I would rather make less money and not have to trade my time for money than make more money and be restricted.
I'm just saying it's easier.
Damn. Nah. Homie is not he's not a 9-to-5 worker, but I feel like for the 9-to-5 workers, they can just like hold on to that. Like I feel like moving forward, right? Like I've had I'd say I've had my version of having enough of 9-to-5 work, you know what I mean, that only pays more but will end up restricting you more. You know what I'm saying? Because now the viable way of moving forward is just getting something that like just opens up my time more, because then again, as I said, it's gonna drive me to get to doing what I want to do more and give me the opportunity to scout for ways where I can capitalize that or monetize what I want to do, so it opens up more time for that to happen. You know what I mean? Whereas I see a lot of people like, they want more money, but they don't think about the aspect where, that would be equals more restriction. You know what I mean?
You said freedom. It's easier for people to get a high-paying job.
I agreed with you on that part. A good amount of people are, I agreed with you there.
Sit down and be like, I'm going to master AI engineering. And I'm not gonna go all.
But if they sit down and master whatever course they're buying, it's the same thing.
That's more.
Because, bro, it's literally. I don't know how we're still going, but it's listen. It's the same thing. If you're gonna master AI engineering, you're gonna pay for a course that's hundreds of thousands of dollars called school.
Sir.
All right. Sorry.
I'm studying engineering right now. Hello, my name is Cece.
Okay.
Back to what she was saying. She was saying that only 0.1%, right, make it here. So why would you sell something that only 0.1% could do?
Because in the end of the day, it's not totally on me if they have the work ethic. You know, why would college sell their biggest course of all to people when they know not everyone is going to pass, not everyone is going to get through it? I paid money for school when I went to college and I dropped out. Why would they sell it to me if they knew I was going to drop out? They didn't know, but they sold it to me because I was willing to go and I was willing to give it a shot. I can only do my job of trying my best to hold them accountable, give them all the information I possibly can. They have to do the work.
But you don't think
That's
people
right.
will catch up onto that and not buy your course if they're not doing good?
No, because people do good, so people keep buying it because it gets people results.
How do you know they're doing good?
Because I keep a close relationship with all my students and I have a wins channel where they post all their wins.
Then why don't we have more entrepreneurs that talk about you?
I mean, you would.
Cause like the work ethic, bro. Not everybody shares in the same work ethic. I feel like the work ethic and the, you know, the energy deposit, the kind of energy that people are willing to deposit into this thing, right? Into whatever thing, actually. That's the determining factor. You know what I mean? And the whole thing that people's understanding is not the same. Other people are slower than others, but because you're slow doesn't mean you don't deserve the success. You understand what I'm saying? It might just take you longer. That's why it's not okay. All it does for me is it proves how slow you are by you being mad at the fact that, yo, it didn't take me 6 months. Why must it take me 6 years when it took that other person 1 year? Like what is the, you know what I mean? But then that's where you're supposed to be wiser and be like, yo, nah, I'm actually slower. Okay, cool. You know, the humility of understanding your own limitations can actually take you far, dog. Understanding that you're slow, like, it's okay, bro. I'm slow. It's fine. It might take me 8 years. The question is then, am I willing to grind it out 8 years? Okay, but look, sometimes you don't even know that it's gonna take you that 8 years. But you know, at that point, you're probably one of those individuals, you got your back against the wall. It's like there's no other thing to do, so you're just gonna keep doing this, even though it feels like hopeless, bruh. But you keep doing this, and I feel like, yo, listen to me. At that point of you feeling hopeless, but keeping on that co-pilot sort of mindset about it on, just keep doing it, even though it's like, you know, okay, I'll go ahead and see what other opportunity I can invest in, but I'll just keep doing this. Don't give. And then at that moment, it probably picks up. Boom. You understand what I'm saying? Like this thing is like, it has sort of this magic element to it where you cannot tell, but by the time you embrace that sort of reality to it, it's like it's guaranteed. The success is guaranteed. All you gotta do is just like keep doing it. You know, keep going at it. Course or no course. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense to people right now, but
You just have to go find them. They're out there.
How is that better than going to college?
It has a lot more potential long term.
Like
college,
how? If there's
college
only-
is just so traditional. What are you going to do? Spend $100K to go to college, get a job
I
that
don't
pays
spend
you?
100K to go to college.
How
I have
much-
a scholarship. There's people that study all of high school,
Of course.
get good grades, they get a scholarship, and they don't have to pay for that.
But still,
And
then
it's
they're
not
set up when they
zero-
graduate college,
wait.
they get hit with life real
Sir.
quick and they're making $40K a year. What does that get you? In Miami, that can't even get you a fucking apartment.
Not 40K a year. A lot of them make a lot more than
A lot
that.
of them make $40K a year though.
Like, who do you know?
A lot
that
of them
makes 40K?
struggle to find jobs. You know how many people I know back from my hometown? I grew up in Wisconsin. You know how many people back from my hometown graduated college and are struggling to even find a job
But in
with a
engineering,
degree? Maybe not engineering, but whatever degree it is. Engineering, that's got potential probably to get replaced by AI too.
so do you.
No,
AI
I
is
don't.
already
No, I don't. I
doing
use AI in
things.
my business. I'm ahead of the curve. You think I see all this bullshit about AI coming up on my feed and I'm not ahead of the curve and on it already and utilizing it for my business
how
to
is
make
that-
yes, that's another beauty about running your own stuff, right? Is the adaptability value of it. You can go ahead and adapt in whatever way you need to adapt, still get your shit going. You know what I mean?
A good job.
Whereas with the whole 9 to 5 thing, you could be like, what are you gonna adapt to? The only adaptation that happens is you being retrenched. Boom. Right? That's the only adaptation, because now AI is replacing you.
That's what an entrepreneur is.
Okay.
You adapt to shifts
That's
in the
what
market.
I'm telling you.
If you would have had a degree and you would have continued college, wouldn't you have been a more reliable person to buy courses from? Long term, wait.
Because what I took a
Hold on.
Wait, say that
in the
again?
market.
If you would have had a degree and you would have continued college, wouldn't you have been a more reliable person to buy courses from? Long term, wait.
Because what I
wait,
took a
hold on.
fucking arts class in
No,
college.
like,
I
for
went to
example,
college for
I
2 months
also-
for marketing, and you know what I learned about? Math and English. The fuck is that?
Okay, because those are like your prereqs, like your core classes that you have to take in college. Everyone has
That's
to take.
why college is bullshit. Because why am I learning about math and English if I'm trying to learn about
Yeah,
marketing?
and you did that in school already. I'm trying to get to this marketing thing so I could be on my way, like right away. Like, what are we talking
Then
about?
maybe you shouldn't have taken
And so I
marketing.
dropped
That's
out.
Something, that's a skill issue.
I dropped out and I went and learned it myself, and I make millions of dollars a year doing
Okay,
it.
that's good for you, but you're talking about people overall, not you. I don't
But
think
that
long
works.
term.
But
I don't
what?
think long
But
term.
if-
Nah, I don't think you understand why you here. It's like, yo, is he responsible for every human being's consciousness on Earth? What? We're talking about, he can only talk about himself. Like, he can only talk about himself. Maybe the stats that he's like maybe learned about along the way about people that have made the decision that he's made versus people that have made, you know, alternative decisions. You know what I'm saying? He can only talk about himself. You know what I mean? You can only talk about yourself, girl. Like, even you, the POV you may have about 9-to-5ers may just be a POV that only you have.
If it works for me, why can't it work for other people? No, I didn't. I didn't have the skill. I didn't have the skill set.
Long term, you're relying
Skill
on
set?
social media trends and the
I
algorithm.
adapt. That's what being an entrepreneur
Okay,
is.
but you're relying on it because you don't have a degree, you don't have a background on business, right?
What do I need a
Because
degree for?
you
I
dropped out
have a
of
background on
college
business. You
in
think I don't have a
marketing, right?
background on business, but
What's
I've
your
made,
background on business? Drop
I've
it, go ahead.
ran 2 7-figure a year businesses for the last 2 years of my life. The fuck?
Okay, well, yeah, that's good, but like, how can you say everyone can do that and sell it?
5 flags.
But how can you sell that? Like, it doesn't make sense.
5 flags. Nah, look. I'm gonna go ahead and just like say this, right? Like, this is how I see it. Like, the whole somebody learning some skills online versus somebody going online and see nothing but brain rot and just like things that make one depressed and just make one, you know what I mean, just life so heavy by comparing yourself with like useless irrelevant material online. I feel like that's where the biggest freaking distinction is with this whole thing of how somebody can go online with a plethora of this brain rot, a plethora of destructive maybe content and filthy things and, you know, OF demons and this and that and the third, bro. There are still individuals that can come up with like skills to how they can brand themselves, number one, and monetize their brand, and, you know, go on to do other amazing things using resources online, bruh. And the internet had to be there for individuals like a Brez, you know what I'm saying, to make the money that he's making. The internet has, you know what I mean? I feel like, yo, the one thing maybe a 9-to-5er does online is the whole brain rot thing, doom scrolling on TikTok, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all you were deprived of all that time being at work, right? Putting in the times that you had to be at work. Now you're just like, you're so thirsty for that phone and that screen time that all you do is just like consume every dopamine inducing piece of content. And dopamine inducing in inverted commas, because okay, maybe dopamine may hit your dopamine, sensitize your dopamine, but it's rot, bro. It's brain rot. You know what I'm saying? How about you think about it like, okay, cool, with all this brain rot and all these other things, cool, let me take some time to get on some constructive information online. How can I make this money online? Having no talent. There's a plethora of talentless people online making money. Come on, bro. Right? So just like, it's all in what you consume online. That's it. I feel like, you know what? I feel like I got it. I've reached the bottom of it, ladies and gentlemen. It's your relationship with that screen time. It's your relationship with that screen time and what you what you restrict yourself from looking at versus what you know is good for you. You understand what I'm saying? When we're talking about maybe elevation in life, maybe financial elevation, I don't know. But all of what you consume is the contributor to that. And look, I'm not saying this like, you know, these perfect people that only consume motivational things and constructive things. That's why they can run multi-million bucks businesses online, whatever, dog. These people like Briz, he probably get on his brain rot ways too. You know what I'm saying? His doom scrolling too. But it's like, you know, it's what he chooses to latch onto, like, for most of his time. Is it the constructive things or the destructive things, bro? Like, that's like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's confusing for people, but beyond that, man, let's just like a quick word from the sponsors and then we'll be back.
All that tough shit got me in my bag. All that tough shit don't really mean jack. All that suck shit don't really mean. Ready? Shit, I can't relax. I don't talk shit, I let you react. All that soft shit, your nigga bleed that. It don't cost shit, they make this heat clap. Niggas talk shit, and this is all fast. I can't talk shit with none of these cats. Y'all can't run shit on none of these tracks. So that's my theory, it's running just fast, nigga. Know me all the smoke. Yeah, damn hot shit. She shines when she go low. To these BBs on my dick. Big one day moving. I just keep grabbing them music, keep moving. Don't even wanna. Let a nigga keep chewing. Eat into the morning, cause the baby she choosing. Eat like it's ham, cause I wouldn't do. I'm on another level, bitch, I'm gay. Count your words and watch how you speak. Reuse some shit that niggas never pick. Scale every fabric on me, shit they cheap. Quit all they.
Alright, cool, let's commence, bro. Let's commence with the festivities of the day. Still at it. 9 to 5 workers. 9 to 5 workers confront Briz, an online millionaire, you know what I'm saying, about his ways of making this money and about how he's a scammer, this, that, and the third, and he's not making his money legitimately and da-da-da. You know, it's the whole concept of not fathoming the fact that, you know, you could just like, I don't know, man, put in so little effort, quote unquote, right, put in little effort to get so much, and we put in so much effort to get so little. Like, how is, nah, y'all niggas is always only just scammers, nepo babies, you know what I'm saying? Or what was the third one? It was scamming, nepo babies, or yeah, inherit, yeah, some of those kind of, yeah, one of those kind of terms that are used for people that are, you know what I'm saying, making something of themselves at a very young age. Right? Alright, y'all, just give me a second. There's a little disturbance at my door, man.
On my dub shit, I ain't coming back. All that tough shit got me in my bag. All that tough shit don't really mean jack. All that suck shit don't really mean. Ready? On my bro shit, I can't relax. I don't talk shit, I let you react. All that soft shit, your nigga bleed that. It don't cost shit, they make this heat clap. Niggas talk shit, and I can't talk shit with none of these cats. Y'all can't run shit on none of these tracks. That's my theory, it's running just fast.
Alright, cool. Now, let's commence, bro. Without further ado.
There's no such thing as an ethical entrepreneur. You cannot get rich without exploiting somebody else.
Exploitation.
Welcome back, man.
You miss me?
Yeah, I missed you.
I agree with that, actually. Like, you cannot get rich as an entrepreneur without cutting some corners, doing some shady shit. You know
You're in school, right?
Yo, actually,
See what I was talking about? The fact that it always has to be some shady, you know what I'm saying, for people to be appearing successful. I feel like we have to change that. We have to change that mindset, right?
when I was sitting there, your full name on Instagram is Brez Scales, right?
Yeah.
Brez
I was like,
Scales.
you should change it to Brez Scams.
Okay, so the prompt. No, listen. Can I talk? So the prompt is you can't get rich without exploiting someone, right?
Yeah, you gotta cut
So-
some corners, do some shady shit.
You think you have to do some shady shit? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you in school?
Yeah, I'm in college.
You're in college.
Yeah.
Where do you go to school?
FIU.
I don't know who owns FIU, but he's probably pretty rich, right? Like a lot of people paying tens of thousands of dollars to go to school there, right? And
Yeah.
you're one of those people. So he's rich, you're buying what he's selling, he's exploiting you. That's what you're saying here.
That's what
Right,
he's
but that
saying,
doesn't take
basically.
away from the point that, he
It
can also
is-
be
it
an
is the
entrepreneur,
It is the
but
point.
he's also doing shady shit too, just like you are.
What do you think he's doing that's shady?
What is he
I
doing?
mean,
Selling you the biggest course of all college?
I mean,
and you're
I don't
paying for it, you're
know,
getting
I don't know,
exploited.
I
That's
don't
what
know,
you're
I don't
saying.
know too much about him. I don't know if he's doing shady shit or not. Well, I can tell course sellers, they're not really all that ethical.
We're not talking about course sellers. The prompt was entrepreneurs in general.
You're not an entrepreneur,
I am.
so we're talking about you then.
That's what I said. Is we're talking about entrepreneurs.
But you just said you're not
Okay,
talking
so
about me. We're talking about entrepreneurs.
what is your point?
Dude, this is why you need to go to school. You don't even know what the hell you're
Oh
saying,
my
man.
god, bro, you need to go back home, bro. I don't even know why you made it to this video, bro. Why is he part of this panel, bro? Like this guy, he just want to come on the thing, like just to, yeah, get a whole bunch of nothing burger going on.
Like, is there anyone who actually bought your course, like, that says, okay, this guy's legit? He's
Yeah,
not scamming
actually.
me?
So I did a boot camp a little bit back, like beginning of this month, where for 5 days I went
Yep.
live on YouTube, right?
Right.
People paid like $47 for a ticket, and they got
$47
access.
to join a live YouTube video.
Yeah. So it was. Listen,
Do you ever do
listen
shit
up.
for free? Like, you just
Yeah, I do shit for free all the time. But this was like, I wanted very serious people to join it, so I sold tickets for $47. It was a
Gotcha.
5 days in a row stream where I
Nice.
started a marketing agency
Little
over from
subathon.
zero, so that they could watch me do it live and like see the process of it.
But that's
on
just
day
like-
4,
but that's
no,
just
listen,
like-
I'm not done.
Okay.
On day 4, I had one of my top students hop on, where he makes tens of thousands of dollars a month, right?
Right.
And he sat there for basically an hour and a half, just like almost in tears about how grateful he was for everything I've given him.
He was in tears.
Damn near. He actually texted
But listen,
me
that's
after
just
that he was
that's just
crying.
one aspect of like your businesses. You have many other aspects. Like, okay, that could be legit, but we're not. You do many things, right? Like, you do a lot of shit, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So like, that's just one thing. We don't know about the other ones that you're doing. They could be fucking scams for all we know.
You can't say that and then not have like a point to back that up.
I'm sure there's someone who's bought your course and be like, this guy fucking scammed me.
Yeah, and then you refund them because they're just
You refund
retarded
them?
like you. Like
So
they just have that stupid
agree?
mindset.
So you agree that a lot of people who buy your shit is retarded?
No,
you
not a
just-
lot
you
of
just-
people. I'm
you
just
just
saying
said-
you
you
get
just
that
said the
occasional
guy that
person.
bought your shit
You
is
get that
retarded. You get
occasional
that
person, and
occasional
what happens is
person.
they join and they realize, holy shit, I actually have to do work. This isn't like, a get rich quick scheme. And they realize they actually have to do work, and then they ask for a refund. And like in most cases, we just refund them because it's like, okay, we don't even
But
want this.
you do
person
sell
in
your
our
shit as a
program.
get rich quick.
No, I don't. How do I sell it as a get rich quick scheme?
All right, I'll agree. I don't know for sure. But listen, man.
That's what I'm
Actually,
saying, bro. Homie's just here to whip up a whole bunch of a nothing burger and be out and get a selfie and shit.
take a picture. Damage.
Okay, but
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what's going on here.
Oh
No,
my
you're gonna put a
God,
filter on me or some shit.
No, I swear,
Turn
I
your
swear,
brightness
bro.
up. Turn
I
your
swear, bro.
brightness
Okay.
So he went from calling me a scammer to taking
No,
a
I
picture.
still think you're a scam. This guy, my friend, he just fucking adores you, man. He fucking adores like TJ.
Yeah, you adore him. Get on out of here, bro.
Stop hanging.
Why?
Because he's racist piece of shit. Yeah.
It's for content, bro.
It's
just
for
like
content?
just like how you're trying to rage bait me.
I'm not trying to
like
rage
it's
bait
just
you,
for
man. I'm not
content.
trying to rage bait you.
If you are
Rage
born
baiter.
in a first world country like Europe, UK, America,
Wasn't this the point that I was just making, bro? You know what I mean?
don't become a millionaire. It's your fault.
It's not your fault if you don't get rich. Like, sometimes shit happens. You get me?
Nah, dog. I wouldn't even say if you're born there, because now it would imply that everybody that lives in a first world country should be rich by now, right? Of which, even if that was like the way to think, I don't even think the reality would have made it possible for everybody, every single living human being in the first world to be like a millionaire. It's like, what about the rest of the world? How's that going to be looking like? You know what I'm saying? It's not going to balance that out. It's not going to be a balance. And on top of that, it's like, even though you get first world countries that have the differences they have, right, compared to the rest of the world, it's like you still will have people who don't have the mental capacity to get rich. You know what I'm saying? It's like that one person that lives in a fortress or is born like in like majesty, bro, dynasty or whatever, but like he's the one person that's gonna run the family name's wealth to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a mental capacity to it too. You know what I mean? You can be born on a silver platter or with a silver platter or whatever, but still not know what to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like that those kind of environments make more of those lazy thinkers when you have everything done for you. Whereas you can't get people like in a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 25th world country. I don't know at this point. You know what I'm saying? But you get those people and they can make something out of themselves. You know what I'm saying? They can even probably get on and do business in 1st world countries, being in 25th world countries. You know what I'm saying? Run amok, take the ROIs back to wherever they're from, and then just build that environment. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mental capacity to it too. But you know, for those that are willing to put in the dedication, work ethic, being in the 1st world country makes everything a lot better.
You be the unluckiest person. I believe in luck. You be the unluckiest person in the world, and shit just doesn't fall on your lap. That's why I said you got really lucky. Okay,
I believe in luck to an extent too, but here, let me make this point. If you don't show up every single day, how are you ever going to expect to receive any bit of luck?
I showed up to McDonald's every day. I never became the manager.
That's a different story, because that's not like a proven path that has like big ROI potential. You're talking about fucking McDonald's versus if I am sitting in my room grinding.
Well, the manager did make
$100,000
a year.
That's not shit. Like, you can barely.
You can't survive off $100,000 a year?
You can survive, but can you live like any?
But that's the thing, surviving. You Westerners, y'all know y'all got this appetite for just like thriving and living like kings. It is what it is.
Life that's really worth living, and you're still clocking into McDonald's every day, having to yell at 14-year-old kids to put the fries in the bag.
I mean, dude, it is what it is. Some people love working at McDonald's.
That takes a special type of person. I think we both can agree on that. You would not want to work at McDonald's for the rest of your life.
I was born in this country, but dude, things are expensive.
Of course.
So even if I am the manager of McDonald's, if I'm the manager of my mechanic shop, you know, my mom actually works with a lot of mechanic shop owners, and a lot of those people, they're 70. They still haven't retired, or they have to pass it down to their grandkids. They can't sell the company because they're not gonna win much. There's not a lot of winning in a lot of businesses. Like, most businesses don't always win.
But that's their fault. They're in the wrong business.
So
I have a lot of friends that come from not.
So if I don't take your order, who's gonna take your order at McDonald's? Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it, but that's
somebody's got to.
Bro, AI is gonna just eventually do that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, AI is. Don't y'all worry. AI on the way. I'll have all my shits in the bag the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Work on your car.
That's why you have.
I don't know why I just said that, like, you know what I'm saying, feeling all nervous and shit. That's crazy.
To realize I don't want to be one of those normal people, and you have to escape that.
And what happens when everybody says the same thing you do? Who's gonna work at McDonald's? Who's gonna work in the mechanic shop?
But everyone's not.
But that's the reality. Not everybody's gonna do it, though.
That's my point, is you have to realize you're not gonna be one of those people.
That's where you're trying to get me to think that I'm not one of those people. What happens if you convince everybody?
I think that, well, do you want to be the last one to be convinced? Do you want to be the last one working at McDonald's?
No.
Bro, I have a lot of friends that come from nothing. Like, I don't know how much you've seen my stuff, but do you know Fredo?
Actually, I think I do. But
he does drop shipping. Anyways,
yeah.
Bro, he was like working at In-N-Out, taking orders for probably $11-12 an hour. At some point, had to realize, holy shit, this isn't going to be my life for the rest of my life. Like, I need to do something different. And he worked his ass off until he got results. That's an example of like one of my friends. He comes from nothing, bro. Like, single mom, like 3 siblings, 3 I think.
So you're saying it's my fault that I'm not rich yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I've tried. I've tried multiple.
But you haven't tried hard enough, bro. Like I was talking about with her, the reason that 0.1% of people, whatever statistic, whatever number she threw out there, that are entrepreneurs are successful, is because the other 99.9 give up too quick.
But how do you know that? You don't 100%
because I've experienced it, bro. If I sat there in my second year,
I've tried. I'm not rich.
Bro, but have you sat there for 3 years without making $1?
I can't sit there for 3 years without getting.
But that's what it takes. Then that's your fault. That's my point. Then that's your.
Third world country.
Then that's your fault.
How's that my fault?
Because I would have to sit here.
The cards that I was dealt with. I gotta work.
Yes, but you can still work and do other stuff outside of work, bro. Again, for the first 3 years of my entrepreneurship journey, I didn't make $1. If I gave up on 2 days or 2 years, 355 days in before I did make my first $1, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now. I would be in college, probably.
Yeah, you'd be talking exactly like how he's talking. sitting opposite of you, right?
You're telling myself it's my fault that I'm not rich yet. You know what the difference in mindset between an entrepreneur and a normal person is that an entrepreneur is able to realize that they can only control their future, and a normal person just, oh, I'm working with the cards
Everything happens to them.
I got dealt with. An entrepreneur says, I got dealt with these cards. My situation is good, my situation is bad, but no matter what my situation is, I'm gonna take initiative and I'm gonna fucking grind my ass off to get myself out of this situation and create a better one.
But
It's mindset, bro. It's mindset. It's all, everything starts up here.
you gotta grind
It's a mindset thing.
to get to where you're at right now.
Shout out Funny Marco. I remember when Funny Marco had that as a tagline. It's a mindset thing.
But I mean, were you working?
Damn, speaking of Funny Marco, where the hell is Funny Marco? God damn. It's been a minute since I've seen him. If you know, you know. Leave it in the comments, man. Where the hell is Funny Marco, bro?
all day and night like I am to get to where
It's
you're at
probably
right
working
now?
more than you. Now,
More
your
than
job
I
might
am?
be harder. You're sitting there like physical labor. I get to sit here like this, but I was probably working more than you.
And now you work 2 hours a day?
No, not at all. I work way more than 2 hours a day, but it just depends on the day, you know?
It's 5 flags.
5 flags. Let's go, 5 guys.
Entrepreneurship has a 90% failure rate, so betting on yourself is statistically stupid.
Welcome back.
Betting on yourself is statistically stupid if if you see yourself as statistically stupid. Or like as realistically stupid. You know what I'm saying? So if you're crazy enough to be like, yo, nah, I'm gonna go at this, I don't give a fuck if I die. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep at it, you know what I'm saying? Then
Back, brother.
So I feel like it's a guarantee. I go on the job site. I work those 8 hours to 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my little $80 for the day, sometimes 90, and it's just a guarantee. I'm comfortable with it, and I feel like I would be stupid to go against the grain and try to take a risk, because I might be homeless or something. Hold up.
And another thing, bro, I don't think they pointed out the circumstantial aspects of things, right? Where it's like, yo, your circumstance, you gotta like calculate that as well. How many mouths you got to feed? You know what I'm saying? Is your family dependent on you? Are you the only breadwinner there? You feel what I'm saying? When everything is on you like that, like, yo, yeah, it would be crazy for you to let go of that guarantee. But even with you, bro, you talk about it, it's a guarantee. Like that construction job that you got is like, you know what I'm saying, like your father's the founder of that shit. It's like, nah, your dad did not found that company, you know what I'm saying? So anything can happen where they gotta like lay off a whole bunch of y'all, and then you may get cut. You understand what I'm saying? So you saying, yo, that's the guarantee of making your little $80 a day, sometimes 90, you can't let go of that. Like, okay, cool, I get the mindset of like that guarantee being a guarantee because of the responsibilities that you got going on. But nothing is really guaranteed, bro, like that, because you could still lose that job at any moment, and then you're back to square one. Where it's like, okay, somebody maybe like a Brez or somebody who doesn't have maybe the same kind of responsibilities you have, they have the freedom to just like, go and take risks, or take risks in the times that they have off of work and do a bunch of things, you know what I'm saying, so that they become successful wherever they're trying to become successful at, you know what I'm saying? Circumstantial evidence, that shit is important, right? Let's consider that, ladies and gentlemen.
Cardboard sign. Why should I make the jump?
Because there's more potential. There's a higher
The upside
return on investment
more.
opportunity going into something like entrepreneurship versus, a typical job. Obviously a job, like it just sets you up for the rest of your life to just be trading your time for money.
Yeah.
But if you can allocate some of your time now to try to do something like entrepreneurship, in the future, 5 years from now, you could be making $1 million a year, $2 million a year, $3 million a year, and never have to trade that time for money. You don't have to worry about waking up at, 3 a.m.?
I wake up at 3 a.m. every day. Every day I wake up at 3 a.m. I'm trying to figure it out. When I do have this extra hour, I go on the internet or something, I see a course, I try the YouTube video, and everything just lead me to the same road. But I spend my extra $30 on something and I end up set back now. Because now I don't
What
get
you
to
mean?
eat for the next 2 days because I done tried to take an entrepreneur risk. What about that? I got to sacrifice food for 2 days.
That's what it takes. I mean, unfortunately, you know, I wasn't in a
That's
position.
what I'm saying. Like, if you got a whole bunch of mouths to feed, Brez, it's not just. That's insensitive what you just said right there. This man probably, you know what I'm saying, is like, yo, pressure is real. It's not as simple as, oh, well, that's what it takes. Then, you know, you basically telling him he does not have what it takes. Of which sometimes, unfortunately, that's the case. Maybe, and look, even though that may be the case in that aspect of what we're talking about, there's a plethora of other options that you can get into, even with like a whole bunch of pressure. You know, there must be something out there, bruh. It's not like you can only just you know, get an online course that can help you go. Like, bro, do the free route. It may be longer, it may be more titty, yes, it may, but it can guarantee something for as long as you willing to take it there. You know what I'm saying? Go the free route. Fuck a course, bro, because now you know, with this course you already talking about 2 days worth of food and you got all these mouths to feed too. Like, bro, there is a way, bro.
As bad as yours,
There
where
has
I
to
would
be.
have to sacrifice food for 2 days. My parents
Because
put food on the table.
Course, like even I can't even. I gotta get the Wi-Fi first.
Yeah, but the last argument that I made was no matter your current situation, you have to be able to evaluate that situation. And the difference
Yeah.
between a normal person and an entrepreneur's mindset is that an entrepreneur realizes, okay, these are the cards I'm dealt with. As shitty as it is, I'm gonna take these cards I'm
gotta
dealt
have- I
with,
gotta
and
make
I'm
it
gonna
work.
$40 for the whole week. What you doing?
$40 for the whole week. I mean,
You're done.
Parlay.
no, that's the stupidest thing you could do. I'm gonna use that $40 probably to fund my life. Maybe a
So you gotta
little
buy
bit of food, Twinkies. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Yeah.
So
You don't
you're not
have to
gonna do
buy.
an entrepreneur.
You don't. Here's what
You
you're
don't
not
have to buy a
understanding. You don't
course, bro.
have to buy a course to make money.
That's what I'm saying. Go the free route. I feel like, you know, the whole realization that, yo, the free route may be a whole lot more effort need to be put in. But it's a way, dog. It's a way, my brother. You know what I'm saying? My sister, that you can get into. Go the free route. You don't have to go and get that course, dog. Just like, I don't know. Okay, just connect with the Wi-Fi. Make sure you connected to the Wi-Fi. Get you a little bit of data to surf the net. And I don't know, bro. Hopefully you find something that can just like click your mind into some way of making your situation better. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be like, the only thing I have to do is just buy a course and all I have is $40. You know what I'm saying?
on the internet or to be a successful entrepreneur. You just have to have the work ethic. That's the biggest thing. The course is just, you know, meant as an investment for people who want to fast track that success and have that
I got
extra support.
$40.
$40? Spend it on
Yes.
food.
So what? How do I progress entrepreneurially that week if I got?
Then you don't do the entrepreneur thing that week. Basically, okay, maybe for you, dog, you know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and in that $40 save 10. I don't know, save 10 this week, and then next week you get another $40, save 10. Next week you get another save 10. I don't know, maybe save 5, like 2, nigga. Like, I don't know. Save something until it gets to a point where, okay, you've saved up a bunch of money that you know you don't need, like, to survive. You know what I'm saying? You've been taking fragments off of the money you've been surviving with. Fragments to a point where you know those fragments, you make sure that they don't affect you super negatively. So just work with the fragments. It might take you 6 months to save up that 40, like what I'm supposed to tell you. But then now you got a 40 to do a whole course. Then you can only get to that course at 6 months. And then make sure that you milk the life out of the course. You make sure you guarantee some successful result out of that course. Like, what are we talking about? Sometimes, bro, it's the mind, bro. It's the mental, bro. Right? Okay, let's be strategic. Save $1. Save $1 from that 40. If every week you do 40, save $1 for 40 weeks. Oh my God, bruh. Oh my jeez, bruh. I think, you know, let me lower my cortisol levels.
Your time. You have time. Again, I made
Time,
an
exactly. Use time. You don't have much money. You don't have much resources. Time is that resource that you can use then, bro. And it's one of the unpopular things to use as a resource. Time. People underestimate the power of time. Take your time. Do it. Take your time. Take some time.
And earlier, time versus money.
3 a.m.
You have those two assets, right? Time
Yeah.
is money in a sense, right?
It is.
So it's either you trade your time to try to make more money or you trade your money to make more money. Does that make sense? So it's like for me, someone who has a lot of money, instead of trading my time for more money, I'm gonna use my money to make me more money. So I'm gonna go and buy courses.
I get off, I do the 3 to 5, get back 5, 6. How do I maximize a 5 to 9 or 5 to 10 situation?
How do you maximize it?
With my $10 after I done bought.
Here's the biggest difference between like a successful entrepreneur and a failed one is action and planning, right? A failed entrepreneur is gonna sit there and just take in as much information as they can, try to plan the perfect plan until they feel like they've got it figured it out, and then they can take action. That's wrong. You don't do that. A successful entrepreneur, just no matter the circumstance, is just going to jump in and take action and just figure it out while hands-on learning.
But I get my hands dirty, so you know what? I think I'm about to quit this construction.
This nigga just quit live on stream. Alright, more power to you, brother. Damn.
Having a 9 to 5
Nah, I hope
job
he done got the epiphany for sure. Nah, he about to go change his life for sure.
makes you less attractive compared to an entrepreneur in the dating market.
Talk about that. Alright, cool. Let's get into it. No, because y'all know the whole saying, man. Y'all know how the saying goes, brother. You're not ugly, you're just broke. Y'all know it very well. You ain't ugly, bro. You just broke. So I feel like just with that saying alone and the familiarity, I know y'all are familiar with it, right? Come on, bro. It has to be obvious at this point. Like, yo, 9 to 5ers, dog. Hey, man, we bottom of the barrel with it. I'm not gonna
You
hold
said a
you.
9 to 5, but like
We way at the
you
bottom.
could work for a hedge fund. You could be a
Oh
managing
my
director.
god, working for a hedge fund asshole. Like, what are we? I ain't trying to work for no goddamn hedge fund, man.
Investment bank.
I'm trying to have my work fun, bro. And the only fun work I could do just pays me, you know what I'm saying? These peanuts, baby. Let's make it work. What you saying?
Well, I
They
think
could
it
all
meant.
make more than
Hey, shit, try to hear it.
I think
way
it
more
meant
than
more like
entrepreneur.
normal 9 to 5. though,
Normal,
not
yeah, like wages. You know what I'm saying? The minimum wages. You know what I'm saying? I don't think working for a hedge fund is minimum wage, bro.
No.
But you didn't say it because you just said a 9
Well,
to 5.
I wasn't the one that said the prompt, I guess.
Okay, because you said a 9 to 5. There's like, what if you're like a hedge fund director? That's still a job. You're a
Yeah.
private equity director. That's still a job.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Let me make this shit simple for y'all, bro. Like 9 to 5 hus, right? 9 to 5 hus deserve 9 to 5 niggas. You know what I'm saying? And entrepreneur hus deserve entrepreneur niggas. Okay, not entrepreneur hus. Let me say, damn, because there's this whole thing like the value of a woman and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. However, you as an entrepreneur, boss guy, you know what I'm saying, that's running your own ship, it's like whatever value is to you, I feel like the highest value from the her. You know what I'm saying? That's what you bet on. That's what's attractive to you. You know what I'm saying? Those women are deserved by you, I guess. Like, what are we gonna tell? Because okay, I don't know how it works with the millionaires and like the entrepreneurs and shit like that. But 9 to 5 ladies, what are you doing without a 9 to 5 guy? You're at a 9 to 5 level. You deserve a 9 to 5 guy. Like y'all can make y'all situation work more than the other version. The dynamic, right, where you got somebody who's a millionaire, who's an entrepreneur. Like sometimes they won't even have that time for you, and that's like, listen to me, y'all think it's sweet the fact that y'all, you know, maybe a 9 to 5 are dating somebody who's an entrepreneur, bro. Your days are not the same as his, right, or vice versa. Like y'all days are not the same. Some days you come home, you're tired, you want that relaxation, downtime. They're nowhere to be found, bruh, because the business is that demanding at the moment. Shit ain't sweet talking about like like 9 to 5 or 9 to 5 people more attractive in the dating market. It's like I let me let y'all finish, bro. Hold on.
They still make more than 99% of entrepreneurs. They make like millions a year, and that's a job. So hedge fund director, a private equity director,
But he's stuck at a job.
a plastic surgeon.
If you're my wife and you're at your job, and you have to call me and say, hey, can you pick up little Timmy from school, our kid? And I can't go pick him up. Little Timmy's at school and I'm at work at my 9 to 5 job.
Right.
Versus
so what-
me,
what
like
is-
I'll be home, like, oh yeah, I have a meeting, it's done in 10 minutes, and then I'll go pick up little Timmy. Like,
Right, but
it's more
but
convenient.
the question was 9 to 5 versus entrepreneur. But that was the question. But so I'm giving you the contrary because I think in Miami, like wherever I go, because I'm new to Miami, everyone is like, oh, entrepreneur. So there's a lot of fake entrepreneurs here who are like flashing a lifestyle. They don't
We're
actually
talking
have
like
money.
successful. though.
Oh, you're talking successful.
I'm talking like successful,
Okay.
like a successful high value man versus
Yeah.
like a normie.
So yeah, like maybe the top. That's also.
Would
like
you
the
rather
top.
want to date a normie or a dude that's got some motion?
Okay, that's a different question though. Than what?
It's like the same thing, just dumbed down.
Oh, because you're assuming 9
Answer
to
the
5
question:
means average
normie,
income.
normie or motion?
Yeah, motion, but that wasn't the question, right? That was.
I mean, like it kind of was.
Okay, because you're assuming 9 to 5, like an average 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
You're not assuming like a
So like
top.
normie versus motion. You're gonna be more attracted to motion.
Right.
You want to eat at McDonald's or you want to go to like Mila?
Right.
Oh yeah, not forgetting y'all opinions about what we just seen, right? Y'all comments, y'all feel free to leave y'all opinions on this channel on my comment section, right? And also, well, y'all don't have to go to Brez's comment section unless y'all want to go leave a comment, right? Because we're breaking down Brez's comment section right here, right? We're viewing it right here, so I don't know. Nah, but for fair usage sake, I guess go and show support to his channel too. I'm saying I don't want to be the reason why people don't go to the other creators' channel, right? Nah, COS cosplay partake. Let's get into it.
Couple shots keep shooting. Think you finna win a couple dots keep losing. I be super thick that a nigga keep chewing. Eat into the morning, cause the baby she choosing. Eat like a champ, cause I know that she can do it. Got me on that bitch that I thought I wouldn't do. Cause I'm on another level, bitch, I'm geek. Count up your words and watch how you speak. Bring you some shit that niggas never pick. Scale every fabric on me, shit ain't cheap. Quit all they cap and shit while you.
Alright, cool. Let's get to the comments, man. Hold on, let me just adjust my stuff. So it's 1, 2, right? Just my stuff on 1, 2. Let's see what y'all talking about, bro. I'm a loser and wait. I'm a loser and I'm going to find another excuse to be a loser, said everyone in the circle. Interesting one. I live with my mom. I just bought a Corvette and I have a baby on the way. Bro's priorities are not straight at all. Oh shit, you live with your mom, brought a car and have a baby on the way. What's the problem? Second kid is a prime example of how some think talking louder means you're right. Holy F, I've never heard so many excuses in one video before. It's a lot of excuses, man. Now I feel like this is a clash of like brain formation, like the brain setup, you know what I'm saying? A whole lot of people can't fathom that, yo, you can actually think that way. Wait, what? You can talk this casually about, yo, that's what this shit takes, bruh, right? You gotta sacrifice, then you gotta cut your baby off. Boom, cut your baby off. That's what it takes. No, nobody said cut your baby off. No, don't do that. Nah, don't do that, man. Getting the chance to talk to a self-made millionaire, ask anything and squandering the opportunity by trying to be funny is insane to me. Nah, it's not, bruh. You can literally go being a millionaire by yourself, like with, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times I've stressed this, like, yo, it doesn't have to be you sitting down with a millionaire or sitting down with Jay-Z with that, opportunity to either have some dinner with Jay-Z or XYZ kind of money. It's like, yo, bro, like, Jay-Z or no Jay-Z, like millionaire in front of you or no self-made millionaire in front of you, like if you're determined to go get yours, you will reach yours. That's a fact. That's just period. What are we talking about? So much disrespect while he is being so welcoming and open. Bro, Brez gives me the Sneeko kind of effect where, you know what I'm saying, like no matter how hateful the comment is, no matter how hateful or anti him the engagement is, he's like, yo, you know, he can still engage with the point of engagement, you know what I'm saying, with the statement that was said or whatever, without going at your character, you know what I'm saying, without going at now attacking you. But he tolerates a lot of people that do that, you know what I'm saying. That's what I get a lot from Sneeko's chat. Well, I don't know Brez and like his live situation, you know, when he goes live, his chat, his community. Sneeko's people are so toxic, bro. If you know, you know. Y'all know Sneeko, bro. Like his people are just like so toxic, getting him angry, pissing him off here and there. He just goes back and engages, you know what I'm saying. He loves this thing that much. Like, you know, people like this, they won't. Yeah, that's why like it's hard for people like this to fall off, you know what I'm saying, or just like not develop a tough skin when it comes to this kind of business, right? The online business where you can have a whole lot of people coming at you from all kind of angles, attacking all type of aspects of you, you know what I'm saying. Whereas like it can get to a point where it has nothing to do with whatever content you just delivered. They just want to attack you because, you know, the lack of their own mental capacity to get to a position that you're at, you know what I'm saying. That's just like simply it. And then now it's about, nah, there has to be loopholes in your operations. There has to be some sort of loopholes in how you motion. Like, no, but you either a scammer, a nipple baby, like, or some shit, like, you know what I mean. It always gets there. And I feel like at a point you're gonna have to realize that some people, bro, it's no saving folks. It's no saving folks. Like, yes, it is maybe the whole, you know, 0.1% of people that do end up being successful, becoming the elite people, that blah blah blah, right? Those are the people with the brain capacity. I feel like it has something to do with brain capacity. It has nothing, okay, not nothing, but it has less to do with maybe the resources you have, you know, friendships you maintain, maybe your network circle. Like, okay, those things can play a very big part, but your mental state, bro, the mentality can take somebody from the bottom of the bottom barrel at, you know, at a fifth world country, bro, have that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, elevate their life to like a first world kind of quality of life, a first world country kind of quality of life, to a point where he goes to a first world country, damn near runs that motherfucker economically, and, you know, just economic muscle that they may develop. The mind is a lot, bro. The mind plays a very big role, you know what I'm saying. This is exactly why these 10 people are 9-to-5ers and will always be 9-to-5 workers. Their mindset is their own biggest issue. What did I just say? And for the fact that it takes the mind for you to realize that it's a mindset thing, you know what I'm saying, that in itself is a mindfuck for these kind of 9-to-5ers. It takes the mind for you to realize that it's a mindset thing. Now, if your mind already has the kind of limitations to prevent you from seeing success points within your own journey, how is it gonna help you realize and tap into the epiphany that, yo, I gotta change this, right? I gotta change my own mindset. They're not even gonna see that in the first place. It's really for the secret society, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's really for secret society in the sense that only a few people may have been blessed with the kind of mentality to get, you know, to realize things like a 1%er. Maybe that's the secretness of the society. It's the gifting and the mentalities of, you know, humans. That, yo, it probably was a deliberate thing that God only blesses the top 1%, like. And the rest of y'all just like, yeah, nah, y'all ain't gonna make it. I don't care how much resources I put before y'all. I don't give a fuck if I put you in like a first world country. It's still not gonna happen, right? You see this? It's been 8 days. I showed this video to all my co-workers. At first I was disappointed on them. Then I understood somebody has to clean the toilets and flip burgers, and I enjoy burgers while I enjoy success. Okay. 21 years old entrepreneurs versus 10 dumb asses. Wow. Yo, I'm telling you, like, yo, being a 9-to-5er is not getting a good rep, bro. It's just had a terrible rep, and obviously, well, for obvious reasons, right? But yo, there can still be, listen to me, there can still be life if you're a 9-to-5er, dog. You can cook up a life that you yourself enjoy, bro. I don't want, especially like maybe from this channel, I distinguish the fact that, look, I'm a content deliverer, bro. I'm a content vessel. I'm not a content creator in the sense that I bring you pure information that just comes from my brain and my IP, my intellectual property. I come and I present y'all with that. No, I'm a content creator in the sense that I take content that's created, you know what I'm saying, try and learn from it, put before y'all the points that are there to learn from it in a different angle, you know what I'm saying, maybe substantiate or substantiate I don't know, or maybe, you know, drive further the points of what we're here, of the original content creator, which is the video that we're breaking down, that we're reacting to, right? I take that content and I may, you know what I'm saying, add on to the points that I made there. I may want to dispute some points, you know what I'm saying, counteract some points. That's the content that I bring to you, but it's considered low effort. I get that, you know what I'm saying, it's considered low effort, and so therefore I'm not a content creator, I'm a content vessel. I distribute the content, but it's distributed with my imprint on it, you know what I'm saying. I might as well just like pause the video and just like tell you about a whole unrelated story, but that unrelated story having you so engaged within my reaction more than the video that we engaged in. That's the value that I'm trying to retain, right? People that just like end up coming here just to come here kick it with me because, you know what I'm saying, because of what I have to deliver as per my point of views and as per how I engage with y'all point of views. Let's have our own little echo chamber. That's my whole point of it. I'm a content echo chamber. I'm a content echo chamber, not a content creator. Content vessel, content distributor, whatever the case, bro. You know what I'm saying? I deliver to you the content that we're reacting to, but it has to have the imprint of my reaction to it, right? And so, you know, fuck, why did I make that point? I have this ridiculous habit of just like forgetting my points, man, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, me being that kind of person, bro, like, yo, do show support, you know what I'm saying, to the content creator that we're reacting to. Show support to also this